This is a 4-year-old gelding I'm working right here. I'm working the Pro Cutter 1804 model, which is the new improved version. What's pretty cool about this machine is that you can back the cow up before you turn it around by using the button and the double clicks. As I'm working this horse, I want these cutting horses, to trot across there right even with that cow. When it stops, I want it to stop, want the horse to stop, rock back, then turn. It's 3 parts. We hit a stop, back up, then I'm going to bring that cow and turn, then we're going to turn and come right out even with it. Nice stop right there. I want that horse to hit that stop, back up as I'm backing that cow up, getting him in position, then turning the cow around when he's in the right place. I use the mechanical cow as a reinforcement to get these horses to think about doing the mechanics correctly, which is travel in a straight line. I want them to trot. I very seldom ever get them into a lope on the machine. I want them to hit a long trot and trot across there, hit that stop like that horse did right there. I asked him to back up just a little bit before we turned around. Right there, as soon as that stops, okay, he tried to turn before the cow did. So I'm just going to back him up right here, step right back over here and get right in the same spot and stop, ask him to wait. I don't want him to turn till the cow turns. I don't want him to beat that cow out of that turn. I want the cow to turn first and him come behind it just a fraction and then catch up to it on the other side. Right there, nice stop, hit that stop, remind him to back up, turn through there smooth, easy. Right there, he kind of checked a little bit, which is good. He checked because he thought it was going to stop, but it didn't. I made him go ahead and travel on. Right there again, stop, rock back, then turn around. All of these cutting horses have to do those parts. If they miss any of them, they're not going to perform very well in the show pen. And I use the machine to reinforce the basics, reinforce that basic maneuver, which is stop, like right there, ask him to back up. Now I'm going to step right back to it, stop again, ask him to back up, and then turn the cow to him. Again, stop, back up, then turn around. And the better a horse does that, the better score you're going to receive when you get to the show pen. They have to be able to do it slow, easy, and do it correctly. Then as it goes along, cow speeds up in the show pen, cow speeds up, then that horse just pick up the tempo and stay even with the cow. All we're teaching that horse how to do is to travel straight across, head to head. When it stops, when the cow stops, I want that horse to stop, back up, then turn. Real simple, real basic. I let that horse turn around. I don't. If you watch my shoulders and watch me, he picks me up and turns me around. I don't turn around before he does. Right there, he picked me up and turned me around. Right here, we're going to look for that stop again. As he goes through there, he picks me up and turns me. One of the big mistakes that beginning cutters make is when they get to that stop right here, they start to tilt and turn into that turn before that horse is ready to turn, before the cow turns, and then they get themselves off of balance. They get the horse off of balance, pull them out of sync with the cow. Everything that I do relates exactly to the cow. Whether it's this machine, whether it's a live cow, everything relates to the cow. This horse is relaxed, trot across there, relax, hit that stop, back up, smooth through the turn, nose first, front feet, and as he's backing up, hind leg kind of gets himself in a position so that he can turn around easy and smooth. This is a 3-year-old gelding that I'm getting ready to work. A little bit greener than the 4-year-old, obviously. Again, same thing on him. Hit that stop, rock back, ask him to bring his nose through there. When I start out, usually I'll go ahead and let those horses travel. It's good just to let them just free up, travel, not worry about stopping, turning around. I'm going to take this colt, go all the way across the pen a couple times before I ask him to do much more than that. let him travel across there. Right there I could feel him where he was kind of maybe wanting to maybe lost a little interest. So when I felt that, I just went, okay, let's just stop here. So I stopped that cow, made him think a little bit and start to engage his mind. We're working on the basics, on the mechanics, but at the same time you can use this machine to engage their mind too. Again, right here, kind of maybe over rotate just a little bit right there. When he did, instead of letting him get in a bind, just ask him to stop, back up, put him back in the right place. When you make the right thing easy and you make it simple, these horses can understand and learn what we're trying to teach them. You make them, when they do wrong, make the hard things difficult, make the right things easy for them. And as the right things become easy, then they go, oh heck, this isn't so hard. Again, right there, ask that colt to back up. Right here again, ask him to back up. The 1804 is really nice because when they get that stop, I can make them back up. If I want them to back up a step, two, I can make them back all the way across the arena before I let them turn around if it's necessary. This colt's pretty relaxed. He turns around pretty nice both directions. He has a little bit harder time turning around one direction than the other, just because this colt is not real obvious, but this is a really big 3-year-old and been a little bit gangly, been a little bit slow to figure out where his feet are all the time. So I've had to be real patient with him. This colt's real smart about a cow. Every time that cow stops, he goes, ooh, I better get shut down right here. And I'm just asking him every time he gets shut down, reminding him again to rock back before we turn around. This would be a 5-year-old mare right here that we've shown some. I've shown her some myself, and then there's an amateur that shows her also. Here again, like I said a while ago, start out, let these horses travel, kind of get them used to getting all the way across the pen, show them where it is that they're going. Like this mare wants to beat that cow through that left-hand turn, so you might notice that with her, I might make her back up just a little bit farther and longer before I let her turn left. That right turn was pretty nice right here. She's kind of leaning up in that cow just a little more than I'd like, and she's trying to beat that left turn, so I'm going to ask her to back up. And see how I'm going to back this flag up quite a ways before I let her turn. Ask her to back up and get her body in a little bit better position and think a little bit more. Again, right here, let's see if she's better this time. She still doesn't want to back up and get her rib out of the way before she turns left. She kind of wants to lean down and drop down in there just a little bit, so I'm going to work on that just a little bit more, I think, here. We'll watch and see. As she goes along here, again, doesn't matter if they're 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 years old. I basically work all of them the same. I work fairly close to the flag or to the machine, closer than I see a lot of people work, but I do that because I can make those horses relate exactly where it is I want them to stop, and that stop is the most important thing that a cutting horse does. When we get to the show pen, when that cow comes to a complete stop, I want that horse already to be stopped and waiting right there. So then when they're stopped and they wait, and as they back up, like right there, see, like I was saying, this mare wants to beat that left turn a little bit. I backed her halfway across the pen that time. Make her wait a little bit. That's a little bit better. She wasn't in quite a bigger hurry that time. Over here, before she turns right, it's pretty good. She's hitting the stop in the right place. There, that's better. Hit that stop, rock back, kind of get her body out of the way before she turns left. When I work the mechanical cow, work the pro cutter, you'll never see me go very much faster than what I'm going right now with this